I can blame that on me too, right?
From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
And thanks for getting your pod on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word through your mouth to other people's ears. Follow us on YouTube at Billified. We're streaming there in live now. Facebook. You can also find us on Instagram at Billified_pod, on Twitter at Bill Moran Radio. Oh, it's everywhere. Kevin's in tonight. What happened to Danny?
Coincidence he's not here, and Tariq Hill's $7 million house goes up in flames today? Bill's Mafia strikes again? Or is that the opening salvo to the weekend? No Greg, no Danny?
No Greg, no Danny. Well, is Greg still here? He doesn't leave till tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure Greg financed Danny to get down there to light that fire.
You think so?
Yeah, but he said, we'll tell him William Attard paid for your trip.
Well, I could be. I don't know. New Year's resolution. You know what? I had this. I'm considering making a change in 2024. I got to make a change.
Are you going to be a she?
No, I have to go back to antiperspirant. There's a difference between antiperspirant and deodorant. And I, for a long time, have been hearing about aluminum, and that aluminum in the antiperspirant is bad. Same thing. People call it the wrong stuff. They do it all the time. Just because you rub it on does not mean it's deodorant or antiperspirant. Deodorant basically just masks the odor. The aluminum supposedly clogs the pores to prevent the sweat, which therefore stops the bacteria and the smell.
So I must have deodorant because I still sweat.
Okay, well, I switched. So I was using... it's so funny you say that. No, I still sweat too through deodorant.
I don't sweat. I glisten.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I glow. No, but I was using like men's Dove or whatever, and I sometimes would still sweat, but it didn't smell bad. It was okay. So for whatever reason, back in the fall, I thought, you know what? Maybe there's something to this aluminum thing. And I had read now I'm starting to see why people say fake news. I think the term is a little harsh necessarily.
It's used on everything that they don't agree with.
No, it's used on every fucking thing. You're absolutely right. Okay, but I'm starting to understand it because I thought I read about aluminum being bad and could lead to Alzheimer's later on. These are things that I'm sort of remembering, thinking I read. And I go, you know what? I'm going to try this.
Maybe the Alzheimer's already set in.
Maybe. I'm going to try... I'm going to try some Tom's of Maine. Tom's of Maine deodorant. No aluminum.
Your brother's friend.
Yes. Shitty product.
Oh, dear.
Well, I don't know. I bought...
Shitty because it stink or shitty?
Well, I woke up and I would smell like Doug Phelps. Like...
Dirty martinis and nacho cheese?
No. I kid. But I would get up and I could get a whiff of BO. Like I don't often man funk.
I don't often get my own whiff. Like my
wife
will be like, "Dude, go put some deodorant on or something."
Really? Okay, your wife says that to you.
It's also said to the kids. Like, the kids.
No. I get it.
I never really get my own waff.
All right. So I bought the one Tom's, and I think I had heard. Remember we were doing the games podcast in here. Now, I'll just say this, and I don't mean it in any way. You can take it any way you want. But when a gay guy gives you advice, I fucking think they're usually spot on with everything. They're on with fashion. They're on with style. They know stuff. House apes like me don't know. And this guy, just out of nowhere, proclaimed Tom's of Maine. Forget that Tom shit. But they were talking about the aluminum, too. So I went and bought a second Tom's.
So a gay guy doesn't like Tom? I don't.
All right.
The irony.
All right. But so I buy 2, and I kept one in here. So if I ever felt a little,
If you ever got a waffle,
not
yourself.
so fresh, I double stick. Well, then one day I'm at boxing, and I go, God damn, and I'm like, holy shit, I think that's me. Like,
Really?
yeah. And I go, and there's a lot of women in the class and stuff, and not that I'm no inappropriate, but you just don't want to be offensive in any way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You don't want
wanna
them to walk away and be like,
no,
it smells like ass.
no, I'm not going back.
He's not doing shit. He's
You
just
got
standing
it.
there holding mitts, and he
You got
smells like ass.
You got it. And by the way, holding mitts can become a lot.
Right, but I'm sure they're
Yes.
doing a hell of a lot more than you are.
A hell of a lot more. You are absolutely correct on that.
And you
That
shouldn't
is
smell
true.
like ass based on what they're doing.
So I threw the extra the thing I had in the studio in my boxing bag one night, and I ran out to boxing, and I've never brought it back. So Christmas morning, down at my mom's. It's just me and my mom. She had the hip surgery. I have the pleasure of helping her on with her oh so sexy compression stockings. Okay. So she sits in a chair. You got to put a bag over her foot and then slide the compression stock over the bag and then help them get up to a certain point, and then she will pull them up the rest of the way. It's a little more intimate than you may want to be with your mom. No big deal, right? But here's the thing. So she's in a chair. I'm bent down, and she had already showered and everything, and she says to me, "Oh, did you shower?" And I kind of look up surprised, and I'm going, why would you ask that question when my hair is pointing in 90 different directions? Maybe it is now as well. I don't know. And I said, no, I didn't. And she said, oh. And I said, why, do I stink? No, you're fine. And I went, oh, fuck. So now I go, fuck this. I'm going back to aluminum. So today I did a little research, and I found Healthline online says some proponents of aluminum-free products claim that aluminum prevents you from sweating out toxins that could potentially cause cancer. Something I had not heard before. But cancerous toxins aren't removed from the body through the lymph nodes, which are under your armpits. The kidneys and liver help remove the toxins. I probably already destroyed both of those with other things, which, by the way, did I not see in Good Morning America today? Even just a little bit of alcohol can lead to cancer. And one lady goes, well, I'm done. I'm not drinking anymore.
I'm dead 3 times over.
And one guy goes,
Which kind of cancer, though? Are you getting?
like esophageal. Because you probably get acid reflux.
But the Guinness coats.
I don't
It's thick. It coats.
So it says help remove the toxins from the body and eventually expelled through the urine and feces. Deodorant is designed to only curb body odor, while antiperspirant meant to limit sweat. There are 2 main health issues usually cited when talking about aluminum and antiperspirant: Alzheimer's disease, which I had heard, and breast cancer, which men can get. Rare, but men can get it. This is from a study in the 60s and 70s. It was identified as a possible suspect in Alzheimer's. The suspicion led to concern about exposure. Here's what they did. I believe they did another research in 85 that examined the link between aluminum and Alzheimer's. Now, I should not laugh at this, and I hope you don't either, but you might. See if you follow this. Researchers found that Alzheimer's patients had high levels of aluminum in their brains. There have been a number of studies since then. At least one done in 1990 did suggest a link. Researchers tracked aluminum exposure of 130 Alzheimer's patients, but the study has been discredited because it relied on other people to provide data for the patients.
Yes, but they also know the government also can't read their mind, and the aliens can't get in because
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Because they have Alzheimer's, we got to rely on.
You have Alzheimer's. Bill's using that pit stick.
Yes. So they had to throw it out. I go, well, I guess that makes sense. So then I knew more than the breast cancer thing. And so now I'm thinking, I got to go back to my aluminum-loaded antidepressant.
Maybe you some of that, too.
Because I'm using Tom's of Maine in that whole Christmas morning scene. And
you have kids, so you've gone through that age with the kids with the Axe spray.
I have, oh, God.
God. The directions say 1 spray,
now,
and they spray for 35 minutes. It smells like a whorehouse in your house for the next 45 minutes.
I think every generation has something, because when I was a kid, it was Drakkar Noir.
Yep.
Now, I don't know when you're about 10 years younger than me, So what was it for you? Was it the same?
Might have been like Jupe or something like
Jupe.
that.
Oh, Jupe. Yeah. But Drakkar, I don't think as offensive as Axe. Axe was a cloud. Like, I remember walking out of my
whole upstairs.
Yeah.
One kick you do in his room with the door closed. As soon as that door opens,
poof.
whorehouse.
Yeah, it was like, boom. I go, what is going on?
I only sprayed it twice.
And I remember Jordan going to a party once, and he had a giant can of Axe he stuffed in his pocket of it, like these baggy sweats, like they tapered sweats. I'm going to forget.
Did you have to teach him how to stuff at the right spot?
So I go, buddy, what do you have in your pants? And he goes, in case I talk to a girl and get sweaty. And I'm thinking, no, I didn't know what to say. I went, oh, okay, good plan. I just like, I'm going, no. However, whatever. That stuff is awful. Now, can you tell someone, like a friend, if they have BO?
Why can't you?
I don't know. I mean,
they may not believe you, but
would you?
Like, if I told you, dude, you're a little, you'd be like,
I don't know with you.
Do you think you would believe me, or do you think you'd be like,
it depends if you and I, it depends on how you did it. If you came over to me, probably go, hey man, listen, I caught a little whiff of you. You talked about that Thompson Maine. You might want to double dab in that.
I think in here, you probably would be like, he's just fucking with me.
Yes.
But if we're over at like Iron Smoke,
yes,
and I said it,
yes,
you'd be like, oh,
yeah, because
I believe me.
Because I said to my sons, I told my sons that they've stunk in the past. But then
I tell my kids they stink all the time.
Well, I've told like some of them. I've told them, hey man, you might want to trim some nose hair here. You might wanna,
well, Tyler's new thing now is he has to shower after hockey.
Yeah.
So it's like we live 5 minutes from the rink.
Oh.
So it's now, instead of being 30 minutes after practice or the game, to go home.
Yeah.
Now it's 50 minutes, and it's him running around the locker room with 9 guys, balls hanging out, showering, and I'm like, dude, I got shit to do.
So I looked up how to help a friend who has body odor. I want you to picture this stuff. I went on the internet. They have tips for everything, right? It's all right there. There's nothing in the world you can't learn to do anymore. YouTube, I believe Apple has their university, right? Apple University. You can learn pretty much anything for free. There's even the master class, and they were doing 2 for 1. But that'll pay. But I think for free, you can find a lot of stuff. So this says, have the conversation in private if someone stinks.
All right.
Focus on your friendship and your concern for his success, not the problem. I don't know why they used the pronoun his, but apparently I would think that men probably stink more than women. Listen to what he has to say after and offer suggestions if you can. Assure him the conversation will remain confidential. Like you would say this. They give you an example. Ready? Hey, Kevin, I really care about our working relationship and your success, and I've noticed that you have bad body odor, and actually your breath smells as well.
Who wrote this? HR?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Nobody talks that way, do they?
No.
Or if you're telling a friend, you could tell him, hey, Kevin.
I'm never talking to a friend like that because I'm going to get punched in the face.
I care about you a lot, and I enjoy spending time with you. I've noticed that you recently had some bad BO, man. And I just wanted to take this chance to chat with you about it.
So this is where I think you were fucking with me.
Yes, of course. Right.
Like, you just be like, bro.
Yeah, see, if I went like...
Go spritz.
Yeah, but see, now it has to be in the person's language. Like my language would be, hey, man, I got a little DO under the sink. You may want to use it. What? And then you may go somewhere privately and smell to make sure I'm not lying. Right. And if you go, God damn, then you know I'm not.
Right.
Or just hit it with some soap and water. Now, this is from the scienceofpeople.com. There's even more. I got so intrigued in how to tell people they stink by the internet. After telling your colleague they smell, let them know that you're being up, why you're bringing it up. Affirm that it's because you care about them. Hey, Kevin, we work so closely together, and I don't want this to impact you negatively or affect people wanting to work with you. I know this is awkward, but I wanted to let you know privately, you fucking stink like an ape.
See, I couldn't have this conversation. Now that you've brought it up, I don't think I can have this conversation with you.
Why?
Because you and I have that dynamic where we're just, it's a set. It's always a set.
If speaking with a friend, you might say, hey, Kevin, I don't want to hinder you from making friends or dating or finding your dream job. I want what's best for you, my friend. And right now, you ain't there. Now,
It's called speed stick.
Now-
That's what's best for you.
now, how to help, the scienceofpeople.com, this is a real site. They give you a pro tip in there. You ready for their pro tip?
pro tip.
Our brains love compliments. This is why you always had the formula, like if you're gonna, if you needed to criticize, like if leaders need to criticize an underling in some way, it should be compliment.
I love that color blue on you, but fuck you. Put some deodorant on.
You know, your hair looks really good today. Did you get a haircut? You might want to start brushing your fucking
That's
teeth.
tomorrow.
too.
See, for me, if you stunk, I'd probably have to say something when you go to the bathroom.
But goddamn,
to Dan.
yes.
And make him tell you.
Oh, yeah. Now, I wind up now sniffing myself all the time thanks to Tom's. And I wanted to experiment with this non-aluminum, which I didn't know. I will tell you, I did not know the difference between antiperspirant and deodorant. I didn't know that until today.
I just looked up what I use. Mine's called deodorant.
Okay.
I use the speed stick stuff. It works the best.
Yeah, that used to fucking burn.
No, it works the best for
All
me.
right, well,
I don't. Do I stink?
I've never, no.
There you go.
I'm not nestling up to you, though.
$2.47, baby. Let's go.
And I bought some other one that was non-aluminum. I think it's called Native or something. And I was going to try that next to see.
You're going too deep. You got to go with the tried and true.
Well, I know. I like the men's Dove. I would buy it at BJ's in the big pack. I'd have it forever.
See,
ran out, didn't have to.
Now you got to research the other pro tip for the gentleman. How do you tell a woman that she stinks? Either body or
no. Now this is the same. They're saying it's the same. This is gender neutral.
Honey, your eyes are blue, but your vagina stinks like a son of a bitch. I mean,
your eyes are blue, but your vagina smells like poo. I don't know. I don't know. Now, when possible, incorporate a genuine compliment as part of your why, Kevin, when you're going to do this. For example,
again, that's where I know you were full of shit.
I don't want your bad breath to get in the way of your professional opportunities. You know, I enjoy working with you, and you know what? I know others do as well. You're funny, but we just have to come back when you come out with your... If they don't know what to do about their smell, here are a few questions to ask and possible solutions. So you could go, let's say, like I go, hey, Kevin.
Do you own soap?
Yeah, hey, Kevin, you kind of say, man, yeah, you know, my washing machine's been broken. How often do you wash your clothes? You can use my washing machine, they suggest. We can research and find a laundromat.
Here's a roll of quarters. Go to the laundromat.
Can I recommend my favorite laundry products? How offensive would it be if somebody walked up to you and said, you know, I think you would really like Tide Pods. They're fantastic. You should really try them. Wouldn't you be offended or wonder what the fuck was going on? Like, that's more offensive to me.
A little bit, because then I could be the dick and be like, yeah, well, unfortunately, I can't use those because I have skin
Hey,
allergies.
Kevin, what's your personal hygiene routine?
I roll around in the shit in the backyard and...
Can I get you started with a basket of my favorite personal care items? Soap.
Soap.
I find taking a daily shower helps me smell fresh, Kevin. I can't imagine. It says here, remember to wait to offer a solution until the person has told you what they think the problem is. For example, if they say, I shower twice a week, you could respond, I find taking a daily shower helps me smelling fresh.
Some people say you're not supposed to shower every day.
Yeah, a lot of people,
I have to.
Yeah, I do
day.
too. I do.
I can't move if I don't.
Now, we are taping this episode on January 3rd, which is National Humiliation Day. Not to humiliate other people. That's not what it means.
It's coming later.
No.
He's got more research.
No. It's to relinquish our pride and become humble before a higher power or other people. So, you know, I'm trying to humble myself. You know?
You fucking stink.
Now, let me ask you this. If you found out somebody stunk, like I've been a bad person, I think, now that I look at this stuff. There was somebody I really liked in college, and I had gone out once or twice, and her breath on one date was just like, I couldn't. And it wasn't like food related. It was like something was rotten. And I was just, that's it. And then I think she needed a ride from the airport and had called me, and I fell
Is that
asleep.
the one you forgot?
Yeah, yeah, you knew that story. That, and then there's been other odors that I've come across that I would never say anything about, but I was like, oh, no.
How do you cross that bridge, though?
I don't.
You just don't go back?
I don't. And I think that's a very weak way now to do it. Because you may say, hey, listen, I really like you, and I don't want to embarrass you. If it was a chick, and I wonder if this would work, in all honesty. Like, I really do like you, and I really love hanging out with you. But I got to tell you, there are times where your breath could knock the buzzard off a fucking dead beagle. No, or just
or even the down.
Yeah, well, that I don't. Yeah,
that's when I think you come across more often than breath with a girl. Is the down smelling bad?
I don't know. I don't know that I ever did. I knew people who had. Oh, well.
I know a guy who's a drug rep for the drug that keeps that clean.
Yes. Well, look, I don't know anything about it. I don't have one. In terms of, like, cleaning and stuff, I'm starting to stutter.
But you've been around them in the past.
Yes,
you've been
I
around
have.
the smell.
Yes.
Did you just not go back?
I asked somebody to open a window once.
Really?
Yeah.
And the legs just got wider?
I didn't know. But I mean, if somebody had a secret like that, if somebody stunk, are you going to tell somebody? When somebody says to you, "Hey, I got to tell you this, but please don't tell anybody else." What are the chances you at least tell your wife?
50-50.
50-50. Yeah, I think okay. And I would say it's way higher for other people. I think it's more like 70-20. Well, that's only 90.
10% undecided?
No, 10% to the mistress. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I go, I don't know anybody. I don't think humans are truly capable of keeping a secret. I think somebody else always knows something.
See, I'm more of the person that's going to not tell somebody that they stink. I'm going to tell somebody else.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to tell Danny that you stink behind your back.
Yes. Well, we've done that. We had a boss, and when none of us could tell the guy he had really, really bad breath. Handsome guy would get close to you to talk, and you'd see people's heads snap back. Nobody said anything, but it was rancid. It was literally like he ate a can of shit in the morning, and it just rotted in his throat. Like, because if you've ever been around, like, we can all tell a fart, and that's nothing, but, like, raw shit.
There was a
like
news and traffic guy that had some.
Oh,
some
God damn, yeah. And that guy he was always
the nicest guy in the world. There's an old sports anchor that's got some nastiness, too.
He was a bit of a blowhard, but he sucked on a lot of mints and things. And even that sometimes, even the mints are just,
just jump.
Fuck, white flag. White flag. I can't do it. All right. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to go back to the. Here would be my other question.
Go to this. Try the cheap speed stick. Give it a whirl.
Nah,
you're in for $2.
Gillette, I've done, and I don't know why. I think it burns.
You got to get the gel, not the one that you turn it, but it doesn't. It's the whole ball.
Yeah.
The gel.
I thought that one for some reason.
That's the good.
Right. Thought I was a little sensitive.
Good Arctic breeze.
All right. Speaking of secrets, though, and we're gonna have a guest in here shortly. I can't wait for this. Have you ever planted a secret with someone just to see if they would tell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There are certain people in my life who I love, truly love. They may be family members that I will say things, and one person says nothing, and one person I can always count on just a little bit of leakage. It just seeps out.
I don't tell my wife a thing because she does not keep a secret.
Oh,
like if I want to do something fun with the boys on like a Saturday.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna take the boys go karting.
Yeah.
Well, 2 days later, Mom says we're going go karting on Saturday. Really?
All right, we will. We'll take a moment. Yesterday, we talked to a young man who's a reporter, and I found him very impressive. Jeffrey Rogers, GSL News, and Jeffrey's supposedly going to come in here, so we'll see if he shows up. There's a lot of questions for him. People had a lot of comments on the different videos that I had posted on social media about him. And I think you heard some other things as well. Now, he and I did talk about some of the things that people brought up on social media, and I'm not going to say what they are now. You'll have to come back for the next segment to find out, because he answered them to me. He actually brought them up. And I have a response to it, but we'll see what he says, and we'll see what else he finds out. If he doesn't show in time for us to start the next segment, when shit talking goes too far, we'll get to that at some point. When shit talking goes too far, we'll get to some of that next. But first,